I've been helping people with money for more than 20 years, but no one stumped me more than the princess.
Ashley is definitely a princess.
I get everything handed to me.
I'm here to help this princess take control of her money and her life. Over the next 4 weeks, she'll live on a strict cash diet and complete weekly challenges.
I never have to ask for anything more than once.
If this princess has what it takes, I'll transform her from spender to saver, and I'll give her up to $5,000 to help her pay down her debt.
Ashley gets what Ashley wants.
No changes, no money.
Oh, 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 she's a princess. She's a princess.
Meet Princess Ashley.
My name's Ashley. I'm 23 years old, and I'm currently unemployed. I picture myself living like a fabulous life. Parties and dinners and clothes and money and diamonds.
Ashley always wants the best.
I go to the hair salon once every 2 weeks. I go to the nail salon every 3 or 4 days. Usually on the weekends, I'll just hire a driver. And he comes and he holds the door open for me. He takes my bags. It's the greatest thing.
Ashley's not one to hold a job for very long.
I was working at a gym and I quit. I just didn't find it worth it. I'm not actively looking for work.
So how can Ashley afford this extravagant lifestyle? It's easy, because she's got her loved ones wrapped around her pretty little fingers.
My mom gives me $400 a month.
She knows exactly when I get paid, so that's when she normally comes around.
If you give me whatever you have now, in a couple days I'll give it back to you.
Where are you gonna get the money from?
I lost. And my dad, I kind of just use his card when I need to.
It's kind of hard to say no to a princess.
My boyfriend gives me an allowance of $250 per week.
That's on top of everything else.
The total is $248.60.
Brandon owns a construction company, which is why he should pay for more things than I do.
And a princess isn't a princess unless she's got a castle to call a home.
I love my condo. I love my stainless steel appliances. Had to have that. I had to have my dark wood floors. Got that. And my granite countertops. Perfect.
She fell in love with it and just said, I want it.
I promised that I would pay half the rent, which has never happened.
Every month, Ashley threw out her bedding.
I just take the whole comforter and all the pillows and just throw it out and get new ones. Is that bad?
But being fabulous isn't easy for everyone, especially her boyfriend, Brandon.
Depending on how I feel, I'll work 7 days a week.
I would never do what he does. It's just too dirty and too hard.
It has taken a toll on Brandon.
Do you have my money?
No.
I was supposed to get it yesterday.
Look, I had a long day at work.
It doesn't matter.
I'll
You were
give it
supposed to
to
give it
you
to
in
me
the morning.
yesterday. Whatever. I'm at my mom's house. You're just annoying. I don't know. I'm happy with how I live now. I wouldn't want things to change drastically.
She doesn't get it.
It can't continue. It has to stop.
And that's why they've called me in to help. Good morning.
Good morning.
Gail Oxlade.
Ashley.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
So you're a beautiful young woman.
Thank you.
And you're not above using your beauty to get everything you want. Okay, come with me. I'm kind of curious why you're here. How long did you have your last job?
2 months.
2 whole months. Why'd you quit?
I didn't like the hours.
How many hours a week were you working?
40.
Muffin. Let's start by listening to what your mom says.
When I do give Ashley's money, yes, it does put a big impact on things. For example, if I had to pay a bill at that particular time and she comes around and she asks for money, I would put that bill aside.
Your mom lets her bills go unpaid so you can buy a new outfit. Are you planning to do the same thing when you have children?
No,
Why not?
because my kids will have to work for their own stuff.
How come your mother has to buy you things?
Because I'm her daughter.
But you just said you wouldn't do the same thing for your children.
I don't know, it's always been that way. That's what I'm used to.
When Ashley's angry and she doesn't get her way, if I say no, she'll say things like, oh, you need to work harder, you need to make more money.
If he couldn't work tomorrow, if he got injured on the job?
I don't know, that might be the end of our relationship. The man's supposed to take care of his woman, so
Is that right?
yeah,
What era are you living in?
this era.
I deserve better. I tell her all the time, you know, it's a two-way street, not a highway and a bike path. I mean, you can only love someone so much, and then you're at the point, the breaking point.
Daddy's coming up next.
I would not want Brendan to go through the financial situations that I'm going through right now with my daughter. My advice to him would be, don't get married if that's the case.
Wow.
If you had a son who was going out with a girl like you, what would you tell your son?
Run.
So I'm just curious, what do you think our relationship is going to be like? Because I don't care how you feel about me.
We'll take it step by step. I thought she was a bitch.
Do you know that at the end of all of this, you will change or you will get nothing?
Yes.
Good. Then we know the rules. So I brought you all here because it's important that you see what Ashley's been doing with her money, and you can see how bad a problem this actually is. This is your debt, $45,355. That's what your daughter owes.
That's way over beyond what I thought it would be.
The numbers she showed me was absolutely crazy. I didn't think my debt was so high.
You're not spending any money on your debt repayment. Brandon, how much money do you have in savings?
None at the moment. I used to have a savings account.
Okay, so I want to point out to you that every month she puts $113 into savings. And you are spending 56% on your needs, and then there are her wants. You're spending 200% of your income on your wants.
I guess there's always room for improvement.
So this is the other people's money.
Now I know why I'm broke. I really never saw it on a chart before. I deserve what I make for how hard I work at. I give a lot of it away.
You've been earning about $519 a month, which works out to a whopping $6,255 a year. Wow. You would have to earn $97,000 a year to live the way you have been living. You'd have to make $123,000 a year to live the way you've been living and get your debt paid off. If you were paying your own way right now, instead of relying on other people, you'd be going into debt to the tune of $4,970 every month, almost $60,000 a year. Do you know why you're here now?
Yes.
I need you to commit to me right now that you will not give her so much as a penny over the next 4 weeks.
I have no problem with that.
No problem.
Thanks, guys.
This is about taking control of your money in your life. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to give you a series of challenges to do. You do the challenges to my satisfaction, and I'll give you up to $5,000 to help pay down this debt. You don't do the challenges, you don't get the money. You don't have the right attitude. And attitude so counts. You don't get the money. Over the next 4 weeks, we're going to get you to stand on your own 2 feet. We're going to get you earning some money.
Nice.
And we're going to get you recognizing what a great guy Brandon has been. So go get your plastic, because it's gone. You're going on a cash diet. Scoot. Coming up.
What? This is unacceptable.
Oh, she's a princess. Oh, she's a princess.
23-year-old Princess Ashley is unemployed, but that hasn't stopped her from living a luxurious lifestyle courtesy of her loved ones.
So when are you gonna buy me my diamond ring? I don't ask for anything too extravagant though, so I should be able to get everything I want.
But the gravy train is coming to a halt because they've had it with forking over their hard-earned cash.
The bank opens at 10 o'clock. I want it at 10 o'clock.
I'm very at the end of my rope. It's very difficult to live like this.
I promise.
It's gonna be the last time.
She does need to be cut off. The days of Daddy Warbucks is over.
I've got 4 weeks to help this princess stand on her own 2 feet. If she completes all my challenges, I'll give her up to $5,000 to help her pay down her debt. But I have a feeling change isn't going to come easy to Ashley. Did you bring your plastic? Hand it over. You have some big changes coming, girl. I have for you a transit pass.
Oh my God. I do not take the bus.
$50 a week for food.
What?
And $20 for your pocket. You don't think you can live on $70 a week?
It's gonna be hard.
And now we come to the most serious part of your challenge.
I thought that was serious.
This is your Get Real challenge. I'm moving you out of the condominium you're living in right now. You can't actually afford to live there. I'm moving you into a boarding house.
What?
That's a bedroom with kitchen privileges.
Oh my God, I'm crying. This is crazy. I hate this. Absolutely disgusting. I'm not looking forward to this at all.
It's time for Ashley to get real about what she can afford if she pays her own way.
I can't believe this is happening. I hate this. Just in case I decide to go out.
Where are you gonna go to the coffee shop? What can you spend? 20 bucks? Good luck with that.
Shut up.
And even though Ashley is the one who has to follow the rules while she's away,
That's it.
she's apparently got some rules of her own for Brandon.
No parties, no eating on my white rug. If I come home and see anything on my rugs, it's gonna be war. And leave my CDs alone.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ashley's quick to realize that life without Brandon may not be so glamorous.
I'm not impressed. Ew. I'm not eating in here.
Hi, Ashley. I'm Maureen.
Hi, Marie.
Nice to meet you. Okay. Pretty much basically just pick up after yourself. You can have friends over. They can't stay all night, but they're welcome to come and keep you company.
I'm sorry, this is like horrible.
You want to see your room?
Where's my TV?
You got some nice books?
Brandon, shut up.
Really good.
Honestly, Brandon, get out of my room. Oh my God. How old is this bed sheet? Wire hangers? This is unacceptable. I don't know how anyone lives like this. I wouldn't even stay here if it was free.
And even though she's treated him like crap all day, Ashley still seems brokenhearted to see Brandon go.
You be alright?
I don't want to stay here. Hate this.
She's so busy crying and complaining, Ashley still hasn't realized that her cash flow problem isn't going to solve itself. And there are a few other financial false steps I need to point out to her. You don't much like where you're living. What's wrong with it?
It's old and it's scary.
I know, sweetheart, but that's what you would be able to afford if you were living on your own. What's all this about? Don't touch my stuff while I'm gone. Don't eat on my white carpet.
Yeah.
Have you paid for any of that
Yeah,
stuff?
I did. I have money.
No, you're using Brandon's money. That's not your money.
Well, it is after he gives it to me.
You actually delivered me a budget that's $8,000 in the red.
How?
Well, you have an income of $5,000 at the top and you have expenses of $13,000, so you're overspending by $8,000. Did you think that was okay?
I didn't really think about it. I just...
Pardon? Did you not read the instructions where it said it had to balance?
It's hard to budget things that I'm not used to. She is being unreasonable.
All right, you know what, Ashley? You're gonna go back and you're gonna remake the budget. You're gonna stay in the boarding house. So now we come to your next challenge, which is your set goals challenge. You don't actually have any goals that you're working towards. You also have a really crappy work ethic. Find sustainable work, but also to go out and do a day's work, a hard day's work.
What?
Brandon works really hard. You're gonna see what it's like to work really hard.
Doing heavy labor is nothing that I want to do. I don't want to do this.
Here you go.
Hate this.
Coming up.
Take the bricks and put them in the brick pile.
Like, who are you to give me any kind of direction?
Oh, 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 she's a princess. Oh, 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 she's a princess.
Princess Ashley was being chauffeured through life on other people's money.
Sometimes people look at me and they're like, how does she have a driver? I do feel like a celebrity, a little mini celebrity.
I moved her out of her boyfriend's palace in the sky in an attempt to bring her back down to earth.
People live like this, but like, I do not see this for myself.
And that means Brandon can finally take a load off.
I'm enjoying myself right now, relaxing, stress-free, saving some money. She's probably window shopping, going, I wish I could buy this. Where's Brandon?
If Ashley's going to deal with her $45,000 of debt, it's time she accepts that the free ride is over.
I miss my driver, oh my God. This is harder than I thought it was gonna be.
Ashley's used to sponging off Brandon's hard work. For her set goals challenge, I wanted her to try doing some of the work that's allowed her to live in the lap of luxury.
Oh, what the hell? I'm not walking up this. I want you to carry me.
Oh my God.
Don't drop me.
Brandon's clearly a prince, but he's also a pushover. He made the day as easy as he could for Ashley, and she still complained.
Oh my God. Like, who are you to give me any kind of direction? He might be a boss when he's on the job, but he's not my boss.
This is what I do on a
I
regular
don't care
day.
what you do. This is what you chose to do with yourself. I am not used to taking orders, period. To take orders from Brandon, of all people. Ugh. Brandon, I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna stand here and do all your work while you stand there and do nothing. No. No.
Now you're gonna take that outside and dump it.
Why is everything so hard, heavy?
Careful, it's gonna spill all over you.
This is just annoying now, seriously.
It's annoying?
Yes, it's annoying. How much would I be getting an hour to do this?
You'll make about $11.50.
No.
That's about it.
That's ridiculous.
I don't think she's too happy with me right now, but I do want to thank Gail for having this opportunity. So, Princess, did you have fun today?
Okay. Great. My nail polish is chipped.
And while she may not be cut out for construction work, Ashley hasn't done much to show me she's up for any work at all. What was the big lesson you learned from the challenge?
Brandon works really hard and I shouldn't take all his money.
Which is curious, because then when you went and redid your budget, you put your income as joint. How are you contributing to the household?
Oh God, this budget's hard.
Well, the reason the budget is so hard is because you refuse to take responsibility for yourself.
No, I still have money.
Sorry?
I
You
still
still
have
have
money.
money? What do you have money from?
I
You
have
haven't
money.
earned any money yet.
I have money in my bank account.
It's not your money. It's
It is my money.
Brandon's money.
No, it's not.
It's money you squirreled away from Brandon. Overall, I don't have a sense that you're getting this. I know you went and you did the challenge, but you whined the whole time. Do you remember at the beginning when I said no bitching, no whining?
I'm allowed to complain.
I think it's time for your next challenge. This is your attitude adjustment challenge, and it's your opportunity to prove to me that you're getting the point of this process. You're gonna have to create a flyer that you hand out that talks about the downside of spending irresponsibly. And you have to interact with at least 12 people to pass this challenge.
This is ridiculous. This just gets worse and worse, honestly.
The Attitude Adjustment Challenge is my princess's chance to show me that she's changed her ways.
Oh my God, anytime I'm here, it's because I'm shopping.
I challenged Ashley to confess to 12 strangers about where her debt came from, with the hope that she would demonstrate she's learned a thing or two. But it seemed that Ashley was more concerned with how she looked rather than why she was there.
Kind of embarrassing. I'm gonna get frostbite. I should have dressed warmer for this. I can't feel my feet. This sucks. People seem crazy. I don't even like approaching people. So I'm $45,000 in debt because of student loans.
As for that flyer I asked her to make, there's no sign of it. And not much sign of an adjustment in her attitude either.
Like, get me out of here. Out of here.
Coming up. So, I've thought about this long and hard.
Oh, 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 she's a princess. Oh, 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 she's a princess.
When I met Princess Ashley, the 23-year-old was unemployed and $45,000 in debt. She used her charm to hypnotize her loved ones into giving her a weekly allowance. Over the last 4 weeks, I challenged Ashley to move out of her boyfriend's condo to shared accommodation.
How long do I have to stay here?
I told her to set goals around her income and career and asked her to educate others on the dangers of overspending. With the challenges behind her, I'm meeting with Ashley for the last time to see what she has to say for herself. Come on in, Ashley.
I hope Gail sees that I've tried really hard this whole process.
What would you say is the biggest change you experienced over the last few weeks?
Well, I value money a lot more, that I have a lot less of it.
Okay.
I haven't been to the mall. That's a big change.
So in your last challenge, One of the things that you did was you talked a lot about student loans being at the crux of the debt problem. Why did you choose to focus on student debt?
Just because that was like the biggest debt I had.
Do you not have a sense that student debt is your good debt, though?
No, because I really didn't need to take that loan. I could have worked and...
So, very often, I work with princesses who bust their butts to prove to me that they have changed. I don't have a sense, Ashley, that you have changed very much. You pushed back really hard on all the challenges that I gave you. You always seem to try and find the easy way through them. And there have been a fair amount of hissy fits. So I've thought about this long and hard. And the message I want you to walk away with is that you have to accept responsibility, that past behaviors have consequences. And the consequences today is that I have nothing for you. So I hope you have learned this. I hope you and Brandon have a great life together and you become the kind of partner he should have, because he's a stand-up guy who's busting his butt. And I hope your parents recognize that this is a lesson for the first time where Ashley didn't get her way. Okay? Good luck.
Thanks. I'm kind of speechless right now. I don't know what happened. Yes, I complained a bit, but I mean, I still did it.
She recognized that there has to be some changes, and she took the initiative, and she made those changes. Good work. I'm proud of you.
I can tell she loves to go shop. She's all out of control. She can't stop. Designer clothes, jewels, hair. She's throwing money everywhere. My head is spinning. Oh, 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 oh. She's a princess. She's a princess. Modern day princess.